She might. I don't mind. I'm just gonna go sit down anywhere I can stand.
All right, good afternoon, Wildcat fans. We're back.
I'll do it unless you want to. I got it.
All right, so we're back. Second game of the Squirt International. I'm going to have my counterpart, Elliot Meyer, I think is going to be stepping in today and giving me some assistance. So we'll get some hot takes from Elliot. Going up against the Duluth squad. I believe Duluth is ranked 19th in the state. They're right ahead of us. So should be a good matchup. Lou, Rowan, and Hankin, or Oliver, sorry. Duluth wins the draw. Take it into the zone. Rowan pressures him. Got to get back on side. Lou has the puck, but he trips. Duluth gets it. Duluth bringing it forward into the zone. Makes a strong move. Oh. Shoots it off Dixon. No one's there on the backside and just taps it in. Quick goal here to start the game. All right, so that's going to bring in Jackson, Otto, and Will. Riley and Grant as the D pair. Duluth again gets the face-off. They dump it back to their D. He chips it up. They just dump it down into the zone. Grant races after it. Duluth player hot on his tail. Grant has these, trying to get it out of there. Unable to do so. Duluth picks it up. Makes a nice move. Deflects off his own player, though. Riley tries to chip it up out of the zone. Gets it up to Otto. Otto gets it over to Jax. Jack's not able to handle it, though. They chip it back down and goes to Otto. Otto tries to chip it over to Jackson, but again, deflects off the player, but Otto gets it back. Tries to chip it over to the side. Goes in the zone. Will goes after it. Eagan makes a move. Good move by Lou there to keep it into the zone. Egan's going in for a line change, so Lou's just there tying the puck up. Again, they bring it out, and they get tied up. Joey falls down. No call. And Lou has it. He gets it up to Hank. Hank's got one guy to beat. Kind of loses control of the puck, though. Takes a shot, just wide. Trying to get it up out of the zone. Soren gets a stick on it to keep it in. Lou races in. Joey gets it. He gets it back over to Hank. Hank's got it in the corner. He makes a centering pass to Lou. Lou's not able to handle it. Good pass, though. Colton does a great job of keeping it in the zone. Hank staying on the puck. And they just chip it out. Good stick by Soren. And he gets it over to Colton. Colton dumps it over to Joey. Joey's got to hurry. Good job by the Duluth player, and they're going to get Joey for a trip. And that's going to be the whistle. So Joey's going to go to the box for tripping. Joey. Oh, and I got a whole crew here. I've got Jace and I got my main man, Nolan Dushinsky. All right, Elliot, your thoughts so far in the game?
No ideas.
All right. Elliot not really sure what's going on. Eagan going in for the penalty kill here. We got Oliver, Jackson, and Rowan out there with Grant as the demon. Kick it back into the Duluth zone. Goes behind the net. Moves it up to his first player. He brings it in. They're pushing him to the outside. Goes around the net. He's looking for someone to pass it to. Makes a nice centering pass. Great block by Grant. Makes another shot way high. Jackson gets the puck. Tries to get it out of the zone. Unable to do so. Great pass over to the middle. And shoots wide. And Duluth's able to keep it in. They chip it back down. Rowan has it. Tries to chip it over to get it out. Unable to do so, but Duluth takes it out on their own. So now they're going to have to regroup. And that's offsides. All right, 8:47 left in the first period. Duluth up by 1. We got Lou, Will, Soren, and Colton out there. Lou wins the draw. He gets it to Soren. Soren tries to get it up to Will. Will's not able to get a stick on it. That's going to be icing. Jace, what do you think so far?
We just need to score a goal.
Jace thinks we need to score, so I happen to agree with him. All right, defensive zone face-off. Lou steps in. Gets the puck tied up. Otto races in. Puck still tied up. Will gets a stick on it. Not able to get it out. And Egan's back at full strength. All right, big shot by Duluth there. Good save by Dixon. They get it up to Will. Will tries to get it over to Otto. It gets deflected. Otto's going to bring it into the zone, though. Shot gets deflected, goes behind the net. Lou staying hard on his guy. They try to dump it forward. They get it to their guy. And Duluth bringing it into the zone. Good defensive play there by Colton. And they dump through the middle. It just goes off the side of the net. Lou has it. He tries to get it up to Will. Not able to get it, though. Goes to Grant. Grant has it behind the net. Colton. He makes a spin move. Gets it up to Will. Will tries to chip it around him, but is unable to do so. And the Duluth player goes in hard with a backhand. Oh. Colton tried to clear it out. Cleared out right in front of the net. Duluth had it. He had a chance at a shot, but gets deflected. And Duluth has it again. He was going to try Michigan, was not going to work. Will has it. He had one guy to beat, not able to do so. Duluth brings it back into the zone. Good centering pass, but a good stick by Soren there. And a great save by Dixon. Puck still loose. And Hank's got it. He's got one guy to beat. He gets around him, makes a nice centering pass, but Rowan's not able to get it. Oh, good pass by Hank. He makes the pass, but again, nobody's there to get it. All right, they chip it up the boards, trying to get it out of the zone. Riley's there. She does a good job. Good dump pass. Riley gets her stick on it, so the shot goes high. Good job by Grant. They were getting this guy tied up. They get it up to the blue line. They chip it back down, but Riley's there. She gets her guy tied up on the boards. And he chips it over to the side. He gets it back to Hank again. Hank gets around the first guy, but gets tied up. And a good stick there. Rowan has it. He dumps it back to Grant. Grant takes a shot. Gets stopped by the Duluth defender. And they bring it up out of the zone. Duluth on the attack again. He fakes a shot. And he shoots wide. Puck's behind the net. Oliver has it. He's bringing the zone. He's all by himself, though. He's got 3. He just needs to dump it. Makes a move around. And at least gets it tied up while Egan's able to get a line change in. Puck's behind the net. Joey goes after him. Jackson's going to go in there to assist him. He chips it forward, and Colton has it. Dumps it back into the zone. Tries to get it to Oliver. Oliver knocks his guy down. Duluth has it, though, and they're bringing it out. Good pass to the middle, but that's going to be offsides. All right. Nolan.
The other team's pretty strong, so we have to be stronger than.
All right. Good take. All right, that's going to bring in Jackson, Otto, and Will. Jackson in on the draw. Jackson gets the face off. He dumps it back to Soren. Soren just chips it into the zone, goes out in the corner. Jackson racing after behind the net. He gets it. Looking for a centering pass. Nobody there. Egan tries to keep it in the zone. They do so, but Duluth gets it. Duluth on a draw. Oh, wow. Great pass there. Good shot. Dixon thought the guy was going to shoot. Makes a last-second pass, and they score. Nice goal by Duluth. All right, 2-0. 4:52 left in the first. Egan has it. Lou gets it down into the zone. They dump it down into the corner. Hank rushes in hard and gets it. They get their guy tied up. Puck still loose. They lose it. Duluth gets it. Tries to take a shot, but Rowan gets a stick on it. Grant has it. He's got Lou by himself. Lou can't wrangle it in, though. He's going to have to hurry. That's going to be icing, and it is. Jackson, Oliver, and Joey out there with Soren and Colton. Jackson wins the draw, gets over to Colton. Colton's able to get it out of the zone. Duluth has it. They try to dump it down. He brings it in. Good job by Jackson there. Nice backhand, but a good save by Dixon. He dumps it back down to the middle. Jackson has it. Oliver steps in. He's able to get it out. Still battling for it. He's got a look. He's got Joey. And he just didn't get it to him quick enough. And that was offsides. Duluth playing fast, making some good passes. Egan's going to have to pick it up here. All right, Lewin on the draw. He gets the draw. Riley gets it. She tries to get it up to Will. Will wasn't ready for it. Goes back into the offensive zone, but Duluth has it. They try to chip it out. Grant's there. He tries to get it around his guy. He does. He gets knocked down. No trip. Otto's got it. He takes a shot, but it gets deflected. Grant takes it in the corner. Loses it. Duluth has it. Still battling hard for it. Otto goes in for the assist, and Otto gets it back. Tries to make a centering pass, but no one's there ready for it. Will steps in, but the Duluth player gets around him. Duluth rushing in hard. He's looking for a centering pass. Knocks it off Dixon. Dixon makes a save. They try to chip it out, but no one's there. Gets it right to the middle. Takes a big shot. Good save by Dixon. Lou has it. Whiffs on the pass. Gets it to Otto, but it just goes up to the blue line. Another shot. Dixon makes a save.
Let's go, boys.
All right, 2:55 left in the first period. Duluth up 2-0. All right, they're battling there on the right at the blue line, trying to get it in and out. Jackson's there. He is able to knock it out. Hank tries to rush in, knocks it off, but Duluth keeps control of it. But a good job there by Soren. Soren tries to get it out of the zone, bounces off a Duluth player's stick. He tries to make a centering pass. Oh, I don't think Colton knew he had a guy behind him. He tries to knock it out. Colton has it. He gets it up to Jackson. Oh, Jackson tries to chip it forward, but just bounces off the Duluth player's skate. It's going to go down there, and that's going to be icing. Elliot, you have any thoughts?
They're playing so bad I have to leave.
Elliot says they're playing so bad he's going to have to leave. So, Elliot, not a fan of the Wildcat performance here. So that's going to leave me Jace and Nolan to give me some sage advice during the game. All right, Lou goes in for the draw. Eagan gets it. Try to chip it back to Riley. Riley's not able to keep control, but she gets it over to Grant. Grant has it. Tries to chip it up over to Oliver, but Duluth gets it. Nice D-to-D pass. And they're going to chip it up out of the zone, but Joey was there and deflects it back. Duluth still has it. Grant races forward. He gets it. He brings it into the zone. Still has it. Joey racing in the middle. Grant takes a shot. Good save by the goalie. Goes into the corner. They get it back to Riley. Riley takes a shot. Bounces off of a player. Goes behind the net. Oliver has it. He still has it. He's battling hard. He tries to get it back to Grant. Grant is able to get it. Grant rushes forward. Gets it over to Oliver behind the net. Oliver brings it forward, loses control, though. Tries to get it over to Joey. Joey wasn't ready. Grant's there. Grant takes a shot, deflects off the goalie. Puck still bouncing around, kind of all over the place, but Duluth is able to get it out of the zone. And they just chip it down. They're going to go in for a line change and a big collision there with Joey. And they at least get it into the neutral zone. So Duluth's going to have to regroup here. They're chipping it forward. Eagan with a full line change. He takes a big shot. Good stick by Soren. Otto rushes in. He gets it over to Soren. Soren tries to get it out. They run into each other. They called a penalty on something after the fact. And that's 3-0. 43 seconds left in the third. All right, Eagan wins the draw. They get it back to Soren. Soren tries to get it up to Rowan. Rowan can't keep control of it. Duluth has it again. They're on the attack. They bring it around the zone. He takes a big shot, saved by Dixon. All right, Jackson on the draw. He gets it, but it goes back to the zone. Soren wasn't able to get control of it. Duluth has it behind the net. Makes a nice pass, passes it back again. And a nice little centering pass there. He shoots, it gets deflected. And a good job of getting their stick on. He tries to get it over to the middle. No one was there on the wing, and it goes down into the offensive zone. Oliver chases after it. Nice spin move by the Duluth player, but Joey's there. Joey has it. He gets it back to Oliver. Oliver makes a move, but loses control of the puck. And that's the end of the first period. All right, Jason, what do you think of the first period?
We just need to be aggressive and score some goals.
That is true. We do need to be aggressive, score some goals. Nolan, what do you think?
Get good shots off that goal.
Nolan thinks we need to get better shots off. I agree on all of those takes. So we will be back here with the second period. right, we're back. Eagan wins the draw, goes back into the defensive zone. They chip it around the boards. Otto and Lou race in. Will's able to keep it in. Will has it. He tries to get around one guy, unable to do so. He gets tied up. He still has it. Tries to make a nice centering pass. The goalie deflects it. I'm not sure what they were looking at there. All right, Grant and Will get their guy tied up. Eagan still has, or Duluth has it. They try to make a centering pass. And I'm not sure if that was too many men on the ice or not, but no call. He makes a shot, goes behind the net, races it over. He chips it around the boards. Williams there. He's all by himself, though. He gets tied up, and they just chip it back down. That's going to be offsides. All right, Oliver on the draw this time. He gets it back to Soren. Soren gets it up to Rowan. Rowan gets it over to Oliver. Oliver got two guys on him all tied up, and he loses the puck, but it goes back to Soren. Soren takes the shot, goes right back down to Oliver. Oliver tries to get around him, not able to do so. Puck goes up. They're trying to keep it in the zone. Rowan gets it back. He tries to get it over, but it gets deflected. Duluth gets it back. They try to chip it back again, but Soren's not able to get on there, and he loses his stick. So now we got a 2-on-1, and a good job by Colton. Nice pass up there. Oliver has it, and a good stick by Duluth there. He tries to make a centering pass. They're not able to connect. Hank spins around. He falls down, and it goes over to Riley. Riley chips it in. That's going to be offsides. Well, Hank's going to the box. I'm not sure. I didn't see what happened. I'm not sure why he's going to the box, but he's going. Not much we're going to do about it now. All right, so we got Jackson, Will, Grant, and Joey out there on the penalty kill. Jackson on the draw. Duluth wins it. They take it back to their D-man. He makes another pass over. Another pass to the wing. He moves forward. Dump pass. They're trying to get open. Jackson doing a good job staying on the guys. They lose control. Goes down to the corner. It's going behind the net. Nice pass up to the D. He loses control. Someone's got to get on the puck. They make a pass over. Bounces off Will's skate. And they're able to get it out of the zone. They wave off the icing. Duluth has it. Nice pass over, but that goes right over to Riley. Riley's got it. She got a little speed, and there's finally a trip. So Eagan finally gets one. So we're going to go back to even strength here, 4-on-4. We're going to have about a 50-second power play once this one wraps up. We got Lou, Rowan, Riley, and Grant out there. Duluth wins the draw, goes back behind the net. Rowan steps forward. They chip it up. Good job by Lou there. Rowan's got to hurry up and get back on side and wasn't quick enough. All right, Lou on the draw. Duluth gets it, goes into the zone. Hank's staying there. He gets a stick on it. Lou steps forward. He tries to keep it in, but Duluth gets it. They bring it out. He passes it forward. Grant does a good job pitching his guy on the board. Gets his guy tied up. They're still battling for it. Grant's still there. He's still battling with his guy. Hank goes in to help. But Rowan's there. Rowan gets it, and he just chips it down, and they're going to call no icing on that. Duluth goalie has it, hands it off to his teammate. He goes around the net. And Duluth on the tack. Nice pass forward. Good job by Riley using her body there. Duluth still has it. They're battling to try to get it out. Hank has it. He gets it up to Lou. Lou chips it up there to Rowan. Hank's way off sides. All right, 8:20 left in the second period. 3-0 Duluth. That's bringing out Oliver, Joey, and Will. Colton and Soren on the D pair. Oliver wins the draw, gets it over to Joey, but they get tied up. Goes over to the boards. Joey gets it into the zone, but loses control over it, so Duluth has it. They chip it around the boards. Will steps forward. He has it. Has it in the corner. Tries to make a centering pass, but gets deflected. Duluth tries to chip it up out, but Colton's there. Does a good job keeping it in, and he chips it back down to the middle. Oliver races forward into the middle, but Duluth gets it. Will goes in there. Good job by Will getting his guy tied up. Puck still battle on the side of the board. Try to get it to the middle. Nobody's there. And Duluth's bringing it forward. Makes a pass, not able to do it. Colton tries to get it out of the zone, and it gets onto the goalie, but easy save for Dixon. He chips it up. Puck still stays in. Soren has it. He chips it up out of the zone, and he's got to go. Oliver's got to hurry. He's got to skate. And maybe he must have been out of gas because that was a good opportunity there. All right, Eagan gets the draw, but it goes back to Duluth. Duluth still has it. Riley's battling with him on the side of the boards. Goes to the middle. He takes a big shot, and it gets deflected wide. Grant steps in, tries to get it up to Hank. Hank's battling for the puck. Duluth gets it. They try to make a centering pass, but Hank gets it back. Hank tries to get around one guy. He does. He's got one guy to beat. Gets around the first guy, but he gets tied up, and he ends up falling down. So Duluth gets it, bringing it up out of the zone. He brings it wide to the outside. Great job by Riley there. They chip it up at the outside. Otto gets it. He gets it up to Will. Will had one guy to beat, but he got a stick on it. Still in the zone. Someone's got to race forward after there. They chip it up, but Rowan has it. Rowan tries to pass it over, but he's unable to do so. But luckily Soren's there, and he gets a stick on it. Gets it up to Will. Will tries to get it out, but he's unable to do so. Pass over to the wing, and the wing scores. So that makes it 4-0 Duluth. All right, Oliver goes in for the draw. Duluth with a goalie change. All right, Oliver gets it. He gets it back to Colton. Colton passes it over to Soren. Soren moves it up to Joey. Joey gets it over to Oliver. Oliver brings it into the zone, tries to make a centering pass, and unable to get to anybody. Duluth gets it. They knock it over to Joey. Joey passes it over to Oliver, but Oliver can't keep control of it. Oh, dangerous play there. Hank makes a shot, but it just goes wide. Good play by Duluth. They knock it over to the side, but Soren's there. Soren spins it around. He gets it up to Hank. Hank has it. He gets it up to Oliver, but Oliver's not able to get a stick on it. And they bring it into the zone. Makes a shot, gets deflected, goes behind the net. Soren's there. He tries to get it up out of the zone, unable to do so. Duluth still has it, and a good stick there by Oliver to deflect it over to the side. Puck's loose. Chip it up out of the zone, but Duluth has it. They're going to bring it back in. Makes one nice move, makes another move. Tries to go around deflection. Gets deflected, and nobody's there, and they score again. Do something. I think Eagan's calling a timeout here. Try to get everybody regrouped. So we will be back here shortly. All right, Jackson moves in for the draw. Duluth gets it, dumps it back to the D-man. He moves it forward. They're bringing it into the zone. He makes a fake shot, tries to trick Riley. Riley doesn't bite on it, though, and she gets it. She moves it up to Otto. Otto's got it. He's got about 3 guys on him, so he just needs to dump it down, but he gets tied up. They bring it behind the net. Still gets deflected. Oh, Jackson had it dead to rights, but just goes high. Will tries to make a centering pass. Gets deflected. Goes up. Grant still has it in the zone. They're still battling for it, still in the zone, but it goes out. Eagan's going to have to regroup. Grant passes it back to Jackson. Jackson whiffs on the pass. Duluth ends up getting it, but it goes back to Grant. Grant tries to get it over to Otto, but again, gets deflected, not a strong pass, and Duluth ends up getting it. They bring it in, take it down in the corner. Riley's there. She gets her stick on it. Otto has it. He tries to get it up to Will. Will gets a stick on it, but not able to keep it. They race into the zone. He just tries to chip it up. Grant's there, and that's going to be offsides. All right, Lou on the draw. We get it. He brings it in, passes over to Hank. Hank makes a move, makes a nice centering pass, but they weren't ready for it. Rowan passes it back to Soren. Soren chips it back over to Rowan. Rowan doesn't get his handles on it. Battle ties his guy up on the board, but Duluth gets it up, and they're able to get it out. They're racing hard over there. Colton's there. He chips it up behind him. Hank gets it. He gets it over to Rowan. Rowan brings it into the zone. He takes a shot, deflects off the goalie. And it gets deflected back into the zone. Try to bring it out. Colton steps forward. He keeps it in. But Duluth gets it. Duluth bringing it into the zone. Big shot, saved by Dixon. Dixon covers it. Puck's still loose. Gets out. Rowan has it. He's got Oliver wide open, and he can't make the pass to him. But a high stick. So that'll give us an offensive zone face-off. 2:44 left in the second period. Duluth with a substantial 5-0 lead right now. Oliver in on the draw. Duluth gets it. They take it back behind the net. Will steps forward. They chip it up. But Grant's there. Grant gets his guy tied up. He still has control of the puck. Joey moves to the middle. He takes a shot. And a good save by the goalie. All right, Oliver gets the draw, goes back to Grant. Grant takes a big shot way high. Goes behind the net. Joey steps forward. He gets his guy tied up. He falls down. He makes one move. They bring it out of the zone. Grant's there. His stick literally gets caught in the other player's skate. And the Duluth player is on the ice with a stick in his skate, so they blow the whistle. And a Duluth player got a penalty. I'm not sure what the penalty's for. So Egan's going to go on the power play here. Definitely got to take advantage of these opportunities. Jackson on the draw. Duluth gets it. They pass it over the side. Colton steps up. He's got it. Or sorry, that was Otto. Otto dumps it back behind the net. Tried to get it to Hank. Hank can't get his handles on it. And it gets tied up. Hank's there, though. He's got the puck now. He dumps it back down to Jackson. He's got Otto in the middle. Tries to get it to Otto. Unable to connect. Goes over to the boards. Storn steps forward. He gets his guy tied up in the corner. Puck's still tied up. They're still battling for it. And Duluth gets control over it, but he falls down. They chip it out of the zone, and that will be icing. 21 seconds left on the power play, 1:32 left in the second period. Lou with the draw. He gets to tries to get it to Rowan. Rowan's not able to get it. Duluth just chips it up, and I don't think that's got it on there to get icing. So Riley races back. She gets the puck. She tries to get it up to Will. Will has it. He passes it up to Lou. Lou gets tied up by two Duluth defenders. They bring it up out of the zone, and Duluth has it. He makes a nifty move, tries to do a big backhand, but goes way high. That gets it up to Rowan. Rowan has it. He at least gets it out of the zone, but it's going to be offsides. Oliver in on the draw. Duluth gets it. They bring it back into their zone, make a D-to-D pass. Chips it up forward. Colton's there, though. He gets it. He's got a little bit of space. He brings it into the zone, makes this little spin move. Still has it. He gets tied up with his guy. Good defensive play there by Duluth. They chip it in, but Soren's going to be there. Soren has it. Oh, but Duluth gets it back. Good job by Duluth. They still have the puck, still battling for it. Knock it behind the net. Oliver tries to pass it over to Hank, but not even close. And they're battling for it on the boards. Hank's there battling. Oliver steps in, but they're able to knock it back to Colton. Colton has it. He brings it up behind the net. Trying to give it a chance to regroup here. Gets it over to Joey. Joey tries to make a spin move and passes it, but Duluth gets it. Tied up on the board, and that's the end of the second period. So at the end of 2, Duluth 5, Eagan 0. Duluth's got a big hill to climb if they're going to try to get back in this game. So we will be back. All right, Jackson on the draw. Duluth gets it. Gets knocked back into their zone. Jackson stays hard on his guy. Will steps forward, and he's going to get a checking penalty. He takes his guy down. He's going to the box. All right, Duluth on the draw. They take it back to the D-man. He passes it forward. He makes a pass over to the other D-man. Nice little spin move. Makes another spin move. Passes it back to the D. He chips it over to the side. Goes over to the corner behind the net. He's looking for a centering pass. D-man rushes forward. He takes a shot. Dixon makes a save. Duluth gets it back to go around the net. He tries to make a centering pass to the D. And he shoots it wide. Duluth still has it. D-man steps forward, makes a big shot. Good save by Dixon. Riley gets his guy tied up. They both fall down. And Eagan has it. Nice pass by Otto up to Jackson, but Jackson gets tied up. Jackson brings his guy into the corner. He tries to get it back to Otto, but Otto's tied up. And Grant races forward. Will's off the penalty, so we're back at full strength. And they take a shot, shoots wide. And then Will gets taken down, but no call on that one. So Colton has it. He's got Will racing to the outside. Rowan's there, and he loses the puck. And not sure what happened there, but he's crying. So I don't think this is good. All right, we'll be back here shortly.